Hey there, everybody. Give me a little second. I won't take up too much of your time tonight. Few minutes behind. Don't judge me. But let's make the best of it. I have this earpiece in because I was like listening to some stuff. Let me tell you. But anywho, for the most, I was drinking some orange juice and got a little bit of my sweater, so sorry. But for the most, you know me as Brandy J. Singleton, podcaster, broadcaster, radio host, creator, a poetry author, teacher, mother, radio host. Did I say that already? Um, and then some. Did I say not content creator? Website builder, logo maker, graphic creator. Let me know if you need any work done. For real. And no like massive like charges either. So very reasonable, very creative, very good work. If anybody knows me and my app hoarding and I'm the app goat, then I hooks it up. So yeah, if you ever need if you ever need your website tricked out, I'm your girl. And if you need production services, we do that as well. We record your podcast, uh, production. I mean, we record, we edit, we do video, we do it all. Make it to where the podcaster or the creator can just come into the studio and just make magic happen, and we take care of the rest of it. So if you're looking for somebody, let me know. And I'm your girl. Real Wise Productions is your friend. No, really. To me, it's a no-brainer, but just saying. We got you. There's pretty much nothing that we can't or don't do. So, yeah. Voiceovers. I mean, what do you need? Please call me. Anywho, I knew I was gonna knock those off. Just knew it. All right, so I came by today. I don't let me check something out. I'm so rude to make sure that if anybody says anything, I can actually see it. So silly. I'm so silly. Okay, comments would be over here. Oh, hello there. Wilfredo, what are you doing up so late? Time is it over there? I came by earlier. Nobody was in there. Stuck around for a few minutes. And then I got some creative thoughts going in my mind. So I hopped off. But yeah, it's a good day today. It was a good day. Some strange stuff was going on today. So I don't know if you guys have let me do something else real quick. Man, oh man. Y'all can tell I don't go live a lot. So if I press this, 11:39. Oh, you up? You late nighter? Okay. Are you in the studio? Look at that, everybody. Look. What's he doing up this late? In the studio? But so yeah, right? Because we see all these like videos, these phenomenons of people seeing strange things in the sky, right? We had okay, well, they'll probably be gone by the time I step by, but I'll do it anyway. So we had our day today. So the kids came to the door and said, "There's a meteor or something." They said outside. I said, what? Say what now? I said, okay. And I went and looked, and then even some of the neighbors came downstairs, down and was like, had their phones and stuff. And I was just like, hell's going on? I trust nothing, right? Because, I stay in my critical thinking, right? You got to. Don't be so easily fooled. I don't know what the hell it was. I knew it was something. I knew someone, right? But I do know there's a lot of things that are happening that will happen to distract us, Well, was that really something we saw there? It was strange, and it was still light outside, and apparently whatever that was didn't mind people seeing it. You know what I mean? Because there it was, right? So if it was something somebody was doing, they wanted to see it, and if it was something of a natural, whatever the fuck that was, it wasn't didn't have a problem being seen. I'll be trusting a lot of stuff because I know the world's a stage, and I was like, no telling what's been trickling down. Some odd stuff, right? Look, you guys should look up a lot, but don't always look up because you'll be distracted and you won't be able to pay attention to what's really going on, right? Yeah, and don't be distracted by Kanye either because let me tell you something about Kanye. Cracks me up. What's up, MW Holiday? No, really, I'm about to put you up on game real quick, right? So everybody was all had their underwears in a bunch. I did a show earlier. Was it today? It was called "Were You Kanye'd?" Did you get Kanye'd, right? Because Kanye be killing it, right? And a lot of people are like, "What's so genius about him? He's crazy. He needs to take his meds." Blah 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 blah. Number one, when you say things like that, you sound ignorant. Because even if he is or isn't if he does have mental health issues, that's nothing to be funny about, right? And then if you really think that, then why would you speak that way? If you had a heart, you'd be like, maybe we should help Kanye, or maybe, have some concern, but people don't, right? A lot of people didn't even know why they was mad, right? He says a lot of stuff. I didn't get it. None of it made me feel any kind of way because I know Kanye is Kanye. Kanye has said a lot of shit that I agree with, a lot. Because I got ears and I got common sense. So I know he ain't stupid. You got to be stupid to think he's stupid, right? Phew, over your head. He makes a lot of freaking sense. I know he knows what he's doing. But if we allow somebody that seems like they're erratic all over the place to be how we, judge them or receive them, or they got to be out of their minds because of his demeanor or whatever, maybe, and that's really sad, right? Because who's to say who's crazy, and how many crazy people have made sense for? Because I don't think we're that far. We really don't have room to judge anybody because if he crazy, then shit. We a whole group of people that actually fight back and forth to put a group of people in control to take over our lives to tell us how to live and what to do. And we actually buy into this. We vote for it. Like, yes, this group right here. I want this. Gotta go left, gotta go right, yeah. It was right there. Yep, control my life. Tell me what to do and what I can't do. And then later on, I'll get mad and argue about it. It's crazy. It's like arguing with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, well, you voted there. Okay. But yeah, so a lot of people got Kanye. I thought it was hilarious because of the people. It was all over social media. People were just riled the freak up, right? Over all the shirt, you know what I mean? I guess, comments. It gets a little sticky right there when he was speaking about the Jews or the Jewish community, right? Remember the same shit happened in the canon. And, he apologized too. They teach his own. I'm not here to say anything because, I'm just saying, got eyes and ears. But for the simple fact that we as a people, right, just feel the need to judge and tell, well, Kanye needs to do this and he's this, he's that. No matter what you say he's doing, he's still gonna make him more money than you. He's gonna be all right. You over here all in a tough, and he just plays you because you're giving him life by even talking about him. Just so much energy, right? It was like no one could talk about anything else, and I was just thinking like, man, he is a genius. He really is, because the same people sitting here trying to figure out what's so great about him is showing us what's so great about him. He knows how to get people to get to talking, and he's very, very good at it. And I think it tickles me. It just lights me up because it just proves a lot of his points. And yeah, give it up, yay. Do you? I mean, I've seen many do worse. I mean, what we're so freaking upset at him about? But we sit here and we listen to the most horrific music that talks about our community, calls women bitches, and then you got women out here talking about eating shit, getting ate like a mango. But yeah, okay, he's crazy. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, who's really crazy? He getting paid crazy, so therefore I say, do you, yay, do you. And then during this whole time, he's like been on this massive tour of show after show after show after show, and on each show he's like got a whole different personality. The shit is amazing, and it's amazing because people are mad, and they're the ones to give that is giving him life. So, something to learn there, you think? And he knows how energy and frequency and all that works. He knows. Trust me, he's very intelligent. So I know he knows what he's doing, right? And that shit is real energy. When you give energy to something, it really can manifest and bring things to life. So it's like, and you keep saying, why is he a genius? Well, you let him rent space in your head and you didn't even know it. So, So yeah, I just want to talk about that because I thought it was freaking hilarious. Because he doesn't really bother me because yay. And I don't have to like shut him down and cancel him if he does say something I don't like. Like people just automatically want to cancel somebody because they don't agree with them. That's just some of the lamest shit I've ever heard. That's some weak sauce. That's some punk shit. I don't like what you said, so cancel you. Like that's some buster shit. Like get your weak ass out of here. Go sit down somewhere. Like who does that, right? Who does it? He's going to say things you like. He's going to say things you don't like. I could still say he's dropped some heavy knowledge, and I could still say he's also said some really questionable things. Like really, he really has. Like, but then again, there's always a method to the madness. So maybe that's part of it too. I'm even going to speak quickly on Candace Owens, right? Because see, I'm a person that I don't listen to other people. Like that's just. People make fools out of themselves if they just regurgitate other people's stuff. There's so many reasons why that's just not okay. But I can't make any kind of assumption. I can't even give an opinion on someone if I don't actually listen to them. So you shouldn't even be speaking on anybody if you never even sat down and listened to them yourself. That's foolish. That's ignorant, right? And so I used to hear all these things about Candace Owens, especially after the whole Donald Trump thing, right? And I was just... Because even I was kind of like, heard about her. And then one day she was just talking, and I was just like, and heard her talking again. I was like, and again. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. From what I have been exposed to her, which has been a lot, I'm going to say a lot of stuff she says is on point. I personally think just people are just bandwagon hoppers, right? And from that incident there with Donald, and then I guess she has like a white husband. Okay, whatever. But how's that affecting you? And your perspective, because no one has given a clear reason why. They'll just say like she's like those little slurs and stuff because her being. They said she holds up white supremacy and just the craziness. A lot of shit that Black people don't want to hear, so they feel like they don't want to hear it. Then she must be for that. But you know what? I'm gonna give you some real shit right now. I don't see how Black people can really say that about her when she don't need to like really do anything to make Black people look a certain way or seem like she's working for the other side. Because we do that all ourselves by how we treat each other, by killing each other, by tearing each other down. By treating, how men shitting all over, especially in 2022. These are facts. Trust me, I've listened to these rooms where men are just disgusting to Black women. It even rose even higher after Kevin Samuels, right? And now everybody just like, but they're not even nowhere near. It's on some whole other stuff, right? It's like, it's pathetic, right? So please save the rhetoric trying to say that she is harming the Black community when we do that ourselves by how we treat one another, and actually by the toxic music that we actually take in and call it entertainment, and then get mad when spoken to a certain way. If I'm lying, tell me if I am, but I'm not. Just people don't like to hear the truth. So go sit down and cry somewhere, but take accountability for your stuff. It's not saying those things aren't true, but it's saying don't forget to, take part too. And then maybe you won't be so quick to open your mouth because you sound silly. So yeah, I listen to her and she says a lot of real stuff. You just got to be one to be able to listen. And if you can't, that says a lot about you. It's not like your ears are bleeding. And if you haven't listened to her, then it makes it even more worse. Go sit down somewhere because you're proving the point. She's ruining your Black culture. What the? She was like, I don't even want that shit. Look what you do. She had a lot of preach. I can't get mad at the truth. And I know what goes on. I got stories, and I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of them, just because you speak the truth doesn't mean you're against Black people. So, I mean, it just proves that we were indoctrinated, not educated. That's all I'm saying. Do your homework. John D. Rockefeller did a bang up job. So damn near got to give him a high five because this shit is still rolling today. The reason why we get up and stress ourselves out every day going to work. But very interesting. You should look it up. Very interesting. So yeah, I had to just bring that up because that's what's been going on this week. Some of the things. And let me tell you guys something. If you haven't heard of Charleston White, please go to YouTube, check him out. That's another one people get a little bent out of shape about. But at the end of the day, it really just shows within the Black community our thinking, what we will co-sign and say okay. And then you look at this man here that's just being a good citizen and not even apologizing for it. He's like, I will send you to jail. He owns all that shit. Right? All of it. He just tells it like it is, and then he'll break it down like he be out here just saying stuff like how he don't be having no sympathy for these rappers and stuff. They be out here, spewing all this stuff about death in their music and this and that. As soon as something happened to one of them, people be just like, rest in peace, blah blah blah. He said, I don't give a fuck about none of these movies. He's like, but what about some people in the stores or in those shootings and stuff? Nobody gave a shout out for any of them. Like he just be speaking stuff about, taking an L for the homie and how that really, like, he just breaks it down. And the sad part about it is because nobody wants to admit that stuff and to show that how we be thinking certain stuff is like loyalty or how you show, you know what I mean? Your, show your loyalty and stuff. It's like, not really, it's basically you condoning when you say shit like, on some snitch stuff and or just a lot of the thinking that we have. He highlights it, he puts it in perspective, and nobody can take him because he's so honest, and he a cop. Like, he's all of that and then some, but you can't even knock the brother when you actually listen to him. You can't, because it makes the whole other part of the scenario look stupid. Because it's like, dude, what are we out here doing? You shoot each other in prison, you hold in secrets, you ruin your family. Like, so it just don't make sense. It's like supposed to be held to a standard. And I'm just like, if we really start to allow ourselves to think about things and be able to hold ourselves accountable, then we'll stop co-signing shit that is just unhealthy, right? That's all I'm saying is if you're going to judge these people and have something to say, at least come with some receipts and have something to say besides calling them a name or saying they're a snitch or they're a coon or something. That's just garbage. Shows that you really ain't got nothing to stand on. So you might as well just be quiet. Don't embarrass yourself. Because I'm damn sure going to bring it up and be like, yeah, definitely yes for that one. But yeah, so those three right there have been very, and I think they've outdone Mr. Trump, because usually he is the one that's on top of the list. That's, you're always hearing his name ever since he's been, in politics. It's like Trump. Not saying good or bad thing. I'm just saying I haven't heard too much about him lately. So our three top people of the week, trending topics. Yeezy, because he said he's not using that slave name no more, so now he's Yeezy. Candace Owen and Charleston White. Wonder who it'll be next week. Want to take any bets? Hey, cousin. Okay, everybody. So this is my cousin, Denise Jackson. Please check her out and go. She's an author. They need to put right there in the what you call it, the name of your books. Put your books up, cousin. And once again, that's Mark. Look, I'm gonna fuck it up again. Mark Williams or Mr. Holiday from My Words Holiday. I actually had him on the mic, and we've been friends for what 3-4 years. Met in podcasting, and he actually is my friend. You know, we used to talk on the phone and stuff all the time, and we had a blast on the show. And so you'll be seeing that soon. Also, my bestie Will Fredo, he was on Behind the Mic, and his show will be airing soon. And we have, and then Phil Better's show will be airing soon. So we have those three coming up. Just had some extra work to do on them. And shouts out to Phil because he really gave me a lot of great information. So that's what's up. And Denise, I'm going to need you to put those books up. Okay, let's see what Mr. Wilfredo has for us. Candace Owens, because of the craziness she is going over the George Floyd. But yeah. Now you will find that, like I said with Ye, people say things, right? He'll say something, and then he'll say something just totally like way off. And yeah, that there, I just feel like shouldn't even like be up for a discussion at all because of the family. Like, even if it was true or not, like, just don't even talk about this man. You know what I mean? Like, and then just to be out there and not even thinking about them. Like, it's kind of like if you make a movie or do something like that, you don't tell the family, like, you know he has a little daughter, right? So that's crazy to me. So yeah, that's true. You know what she did also too. I don't know if many knew. She didn't just call out Black Lives Matter, but she actually went to the lady's houses to ask where that money was. And the lady was like in the house on the internet. She was like, she did a video and she was in there. She was like, I'm scared for my life. Goodness, she wouldn't come to the door. I was like, lady, knock it off. You're not scared. You just don't want to, you just don't want to talk about it because you know you're not right. Because BLM was, I don't know why people, I don't know if everybody got the memo, but this shit been known for almost, a year now? That BLM was a fraud, like the organization. There's one part of it when you are a Black life and your life that matters, but we know why Black Lives Matters wasn't the message, what it meant. If you had any common sense, you knew. And if you didn't know, then either you was just playing stupid for what reason, or you ain't that freaking smart. I guess they had to be literal and put Black Lives Matter 2. That had been better. I don't even get, how people be out here really acting special, right? Like for real. But yeah, she could probably like stay away from that whole George Floyd thing, I've heard some crazy stuff about Mr. Floyd, rest in peace. There's got to be a cutoff point when somebody is, deceased. It's like, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Never supported BLM because it's all nonsense. Yeah, like when it first came out, like I knew like what people. I know what I was thinking too when the whole Black Lives Matter thing was out. I just I saw it from, yes, you're right. I knew what I mean, why that saying was important. I knew what it was saying because of all the things that had been happening, right? And people wanted to take it and weaponize it and be like, make it seem like it was a racial thing. I'm like, you had to be one ignorant person to take it that way. Like, hands down. Like, it just hands down. There's no other way you could take it as a race. And let's just say that we was saying it. Black Lives Matter. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's not a racial slur or something racist. If you wanted to, you can go shop to the rooftops right now. Black Lives Matter. I mean, you say all kind of other stuff, so people need to knock it off. Like, I don't know. It's just ignorance is bliss, I guess. I don't know. But whoever was riding on that train, you need to go back to school, you know? But yeah, I never was with it, right? Because I was like, Black Lives Matter. I was like, who are they? I had never seen them either. I was like, who are these people? And I was like, you people really think we that stupid just because you put black in something that we gonna be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is it? Black Lives Matter. Nah. Mm-mm. I don't know them people. I don't know what they do. Skin folks, don't mean kin folks. You not moved. You got me once with that. Okay, that can happen again. They got me with Obama. No true story. But no, that doesn't move me. I'm not gonna hop on a whole bandwagon because you say Black Lives Matter. That's just they do that on purpose. I don't know what they about. I don't know what you with, and that's why I do as I do, and I think the way I think because for the simple fact those things are presented to people like that so that they will fall for it, and also to start controversy because they knew that it would, because they know how ignorant people are, and it did, and it took away from the message altogether. But yeah, some girl one day she was on there. I don't even think she was black. She's like, if you don't got no Black Lives Matter sticker in your car or something, you ain't something. She said, and I said, I wish you would. So I wish you would approach me and say something about me not having no representation of Black Lives Matter. I really wish. I would love for it to, please. Like, knock it off. I ain't bought by that. Like, knock it off. And I don't think you're even black. Like, I am no bandwagon hopper. Like, Dios míos. But yeah, that whole organization is a flop. They stole over like 80 billion or something like that, and then there's like a $6 million like mansion. Like no people that put into that it didn't go to any black causes or anything like that. And people shouldn't be too surprised, right? But it's like, okay, what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna keep falling for this shit? Because if you do, then kind of ask for it, right? Something keeps happening to you over and over again and you don't wake up and get smarter, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's not saying that people should be held accountable. That is wrong. It's messed up. But if people don't get paid, get their payback, in this time, trust and believe it's always still gonna come back. God does do his thing, right? And so you put out that type of energy, you will reap the repayment. So is it worth it? I guess so. What people will do for money. It just shows that their value of themselves isn't very much if you can put money, a dollar sign on it. That's what that says. And speaking of that, let me see if this girl put her book up yet. No? And if not, I will definitely tag it in one of my next shows and then put it on my one of my mini apps. But yeah. So I was gonna hit on another topic, but I might resurface back to it later because it actually leads into another show, and I actually have done a show with two older women that I respect highly on the topic when it comes to the Black community with what's been going on lately with Black men and Black women. Let me tell you right now, these women, and I think they've been watching Woman King or something like that, because I was in a room where as soon as I got in there, they was like, we got to segregate from Black men. I was like, whoa, what is happening? They are serious. I'm going to sit here and lie. If you ever see this show, I'm sorry. That's just what I see. It's what I hear. I can't help but hear and see the anger. Not saying that you don't have a reason to be, but yikes. Okay. Like you go hard, like literally, like stating that Black men are nothing. They are just anything. It's I've never seen anything like this before. And it makes me wonder, what is your point? Where are you going with it? What is your point? Common sense will tell you that whomever the very small amount, group of men that you've dealt with that got you feeling this way, considered to the, the overall body. Like, people always take their experiences and use it as the overall, and it's just makes no sense to me. But you make it seem as if it's all black men. You know what pisses me off about it? And I would love if they seen this, actually. Because I'm gonna tell you what pisses me off about it. Because I have a son. I have a black son. I have my son. I have a. And it sucks that we have to say colors, but it is what it is. Well, it's not his color. And there's another episode where we need to even realize that word black. You do your homework and you read the color of law, you'll realize why we kind of don't get what we need because of certain words we use. But y'all ain't ready for that. But I have a child. He's a male. And he's black. And by you spewing this dumb shit, you're basically saying that our youth, our young black men ain't shit either. Oh, great. It's such a role model. And then some of you have black men as children, so it makes you look even more freaking ignorant. And that you have like fathers and stuff, and like mothers and families, so it's kind of like, make it make sense. It'll never make sense. It'll never make sense, because I truly don't think by you trying to paint black men to be whatever it is you feel that they are, to each his own. I don't really think that's healthy. And it's not going to work out for you. And what's your point? If you don't want to deal with them, don't deal with them. But you ain't got to go out here in the world and spread your anger. It's a bad look. It makes you look crazy. And who's going to want you? So just be quiet. Because then what are you showing young black women? Right? But yeah, of course you don't care about that. But I mean, you guys aren't alone, because black men, and there's a whole group of them too out here just treating women like they're the scum beneath their shoe. If you're a single black woman, you have you're a single mom. As soon as they hear that shit, then you ain't nothing. You're nothing as a basic as a bitch. That's what they said. Just like, I just felt sorry for these people. I was just like appalled, like, and this is why people have this way they look at black folks, huh? It's gotta be it, because this shit right here, you just can't make this shit up. How the hell you be judging somebody that has that they're the only parent, they're the single mom? And you supposedly come from a two-parent household, right? But yet, this is how you treat people. This is the things that come out of your mouth. Yeah. The fuck? Excuse my language. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, because what is it saying? And if you're saying that the child benefits more from being with having two parents in the home, and you had two, I don't see how that, like, I would have thought you didn't, because the way you're making it seem like she has no worth and the child's doomed. So, I mean, of course it benefits to have two parents in the household, but it doesn't mean the demise. And that's the thing with black people. We don't even do our homework. We just be saying shit. You know what I mean? Just saying stuff. Like, be quiet, for goodness sakes, and do some healing, because we don't do therapy. A lot of us been, like in families where we don't need that. You need it. You need to heal, because that shit right here is not healing. Tearing down your own as the world watches is just, to me, like, y'all some ignorant type of folks, I tell you, to the fullest, because I just don't get it at all. Who you think is going to want to deal with you? I think this type of stuff could even screw up somebody professionally, in professional settings. But that's how freaking gone they are. And then when you look at the platform, people will sell themselves down the river for some content if they getting paid for it. So there ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. Call it what you want, say what you want. Still true. You still got to live with you. So, and it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire, right? Because you forget there is a creator, right? So the things that we do and the energy we put out, that's what you're going to get back. So you're the one you probably should be mad at. I think But yeah, the black community is doing a lot. And I want to make a point that there are so many people that come from, and I'm not saying that, oh yes, you should have strive to be a single mom. Like that just sounds stupid, right? There's situation, people have situation. And if you have any sense, then you know that. And it doesn't mean that this child's going to be destroyed. There's situations where it makes for a better, outcome. But why do they always focus on the boy though? See what I'm saying? How we just aren't fully, we just spew a lot of stuff, and we don't want to read and do nothing, but be the first ones to talk about some stuff. We ain't read a lick of nothing. Talking about Google searched it. Everybody knows Google ain't freaking truthful. Like if you just Google something and that was your research, I don't even know if I can really. I'm not one to like be treating people a certain way. All I'm saying is I'd rather just not even have a conversation with you at all. you know, like for real, for real. But yeah, because there's so many people that have had 2-parent homes that turn into damn near serial killers, or just this. That's just one example of many. So so what's that about? Mm-hmm. Just call it like it is. It makes for a better, healthier environment for a boy and a girl. But sometimes it don't work out that way, and they can't just be judging people off the rip, because what they're pushing is when the woman, if someone says they were their husband or child's father used to be physically harmful to them, do you know these men would still be like, you have a whole child with them, it don't make no sense to go out here and start again with a new dude. You just be with that dude, and then was admitting that their parents, when somebody like kind of like said it rudely, like was hitting with a low blow, saying, yeah, your dad probably beat the crap out of your mom. It's like, yeah, and she's still with him. She still got her man. I was like, I am getting punked. I have to. This cannot be the thinking of people. I was tripping out. I was like, this has got to be like some punk stuff. These are straight up stage performers or actors, because you really cannot. Can you really have this? Is this real? And then it's so harmful, right? For the simple fact to say something like that when there's women that have almost died from their partner damn near beating them to death. There's women that have died. If you haven't not been paying attention over the last few weeks, just this month and some of last month, how many baby fathers or husbands, spouses shot and killed their significant other, like literally. Like that one guy just freaking, she came back from taking the kids to I think soccer practice. Right in the parking lot, just got shot her in the head. And then went in the house to get himself prepared for a shootout so he can go next and have his son. He kept telling them to come get his son because this was going to happen. See what I'm saying? But there were so many other incidents kind of like this. So did this crap that these people are on, if it's for a show or if they're just stage performers, because the world is a stage and they're some good ass actors. If that's the case, then let me tell you something. Even if you're acting, you go into a special place. You meet your creator, because that is not okay. You are being so damaging to a community that people look. When people say, I'm not gonna sit here and act like things haven't happened, and things still do happen, and we will address those very soon in here. But you can't really go around talking about the white man did this, white man's doing that, because you do it all yourself. He would, even if he wouldn't need to, right? Because the community does a very bang up job on taking themselves out, so kudos for the regression of Black people, because damn, right, from where it used to be, from your ancestors and to all the the great pioneers throughout history, this shit is pathetic and it's embarrassing, and it makes that look like for nothing. Like it does. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty freaking much. I can go on for days about this crap, and I kind of listen because I'm like, I just can't believe it sometimes. And it's, not to, to rebuttal. I don't even say anything and not, judging, or I don't know, maybe I am, but it's more about, it's just, it's hard not to, because you'll hear people that get offended, or get hurt, or some people just, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like watching an experiment, because then you'll get a certain type of person, a woman that'll come in there and just let them have it. She's good. Like she can hold her own. You know what I mean? And she's not even buying into that stuff. And then there's the dynamics is crazy, but it's really something to take a listen and look at. I'm kind of like a whole like psychologist. I've always approached things like that in my whole life. Like I'm really sitting back and I'm taking, you know what I mean? Like processing, because I've always been highly interested when it comes to psychology, like why people do things they do, right? And I can definitely break that shit down in a heartbeat. But we don't want to heal, right? We don't do that therapy stuff, because that's therapy, right? Putting out hate slogans. What the? All I can do is pray for them, because I do not understand how this is okay, and how they don't see how ignorant they make themselves look. You know? But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Tony D, how you doing? How you living? How you living? You checking in from work? Very much appreciated. You always supporting. I appreciate you very much. Like I said, I won't take up much of you guys' time. I just wanted to stop by. I had to drop off some hot, what the trendy topics have been. I'm pretty sure there's more, but can't be here like forever. And like I said before, if you need any type of, because people are busy, right? Like I've been working on helping people, their websites. Like shout out to Wes Tankersley from Shaping Success podcast and YouTube. I've been working with him, and today we had a meeting, and I showed him, how it's all coming together. He really liked it. I mean, I liked it, and a few more tweaks, and it's going to be good to go. So I'm very excited that he's pleased and he got what the things that he wanted, because not everything he wanted was like within the website. I had to have the skill set to, to acquire those things. And I'm an app goat, right? I have a whole logo there too. And so, I get around, I do what I do, you know? So yeah, so if you need anything like that, the Real Wise Production does that. Like I said, produce podcasts, record podcasts, do everything and anything podcast. So people get busy. Some people just want to just do the content and not really have to deal with all the rest. The beautiful thing is no one's trying to rob your pockets. You know what I mean? Just a little right now, but it is a service, but money well spent, well worth it, right? You get what you're paying for, and probably even more, to be honest with you. So you can check out the website, realwiseproductions.com. And oh yeah, and then like I said, behind the mic, those new shows there. Got Wilfredo and his show, Stuck in My Mind podcast, which I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I think it come on every day. But it has a YouTube, Stuck in My Mind. Stuck in My Mind YouTube. And you can also catch it on the Real Wise TV. So yeah. So let me see. Am I forgetting anything? I can tell that like I'm getting kind of, and I just really am trying not to ever repeat what happened to me on Haps that one time where I fell asleep, and Haps just let me just be asleep on camera for hours. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It was like everywhere, like on a lot of platforms. And then, Wise tried to blackmail me with it. He definitely downloaded it, he said. So, yeah, he's trying to blackmail me. Yeah, that's what he does. Kidding. But no, really. No, yeah, they They laughed at me. No, I had to get with with the program. I had to just get over it because it was so like it was everywhere, right? That because that on Haps it goes so many places. I had to think of like, okay, I gotta go take this shit down. Like the second day, I was like, I gotta find this video. I gotta take this shit down. Then it was like it happened. People seen me. It is what it is. I can't hold on to because that's how I am. I just can't hold on to that embarrassment. I just got to be like, kind of laugh at myself, like it is what it is. It is what it is. But I am gonna say if I do come across that video again, I might even just mess around and play it just for the hell of it, because I really fully haven't really watched it because I don't know something I'm not sure. I think my mouth was open. I'm not sure. Crazy stuff. Embarrassing things that happen. That's one of them. I got a few of them. Yeah. So I want to, before I go, I want to give a shout out to Niece Anderson and her Perspectives movie. Go to YouTube. Perspectives Part 1. It's so not what anybody expected. It's about communication and relationships. And all I'm going to say is, because I don't want to ruin it for you, is you never expected to be the guy. It was kind of refreshing. And that's what I'm going to say about that. But it definitely is a conversation starter. Very much so. I think that's all I got for right now. I think that's all I got. Stay up, stay lifted, stay positive, stay healthy. When I say that, be aware of what the fuck you put in your body, what you're eating and stuff. And let's take more responsibility for our health so that we can be better, and then we can build a better foundation for our youth. So therefore, we got to take care of ourselves. We really do. And condolences out to any and everyone that has lost recently and in the past loved ones. So that being said, guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me, letting me spew my stuff that I spew. And until next time, wait, let's take a 20-minute, not a 20-minute, but like a 20-second. Something may come to me. I'm not getting anything. Nothing. I'm not getting anything. No, I do have one more. I can sit here all night and I can just like, be like, oh, and this person here and that person there. But I do want to say something to, I haven't spoken to him in a while, but things happen for a reason. Learned a lot from him and about myself. His name is Ian Hill, the oldest going football, basically historically the oldest man to try out for college football, right? And he's doing this for a reason. He brings awareness to people about men's health, and also middle-aged men, and the uproar and suicides that happen within that age bracket, and from his own experiences. But he wasn't just a guest for me. He actually I reached out to him. He stepped out of the guest zone to talk to me about me, because I reached out, and it had nothing to do with, I'm not a man, of course, right? And wasn't thinking about suicide, but he's just all around great, like, life coach in general. And I knew he would, wouldn't bullshit me. And anyone that can hold people accountable, or don't, sugarcoat stuff, or like really hold people accountable, then that's the person that I would want if I'm going to reach out to someone, because I may be, needing to talk about something or deal. We're human beings. That just happens. He definitely was was the example of that. He's the epitome of it. Ian Smith, if you're out there, which I know you are, thank you very much for believing in me and even taking the time to caring enough to, talk to me to help me get, through some hurdles, and the journey is still very much in, motion because there's so much more still to learn and there's so much growing to still do. I just wanted to thank you because you didn't have to. And in this world, in this life, we don't really do that enough for other people, right? Somebody's always got to be giving you something, or it's always about what you can get from somebody, or why should you feel. The world is just so cold, right, and unempathetic that it's, you have to like acknowledge and and upbring those empathetic moments, right? Because that's what people need to see and understand, that that's without empathy, we have nothing. And if you don't want your children to be treated like shit, and people having no emotion and not, just really not giving 2 cents about how they talk to them or treat them or anything. If you don't want to live in that type of world, then you might want to help uplift and upbring those type of children, right? Instead of these little bully children and little Lucifers, okay? You might want to think about that, right? If you feel like if it doesn't have anything to do with you, why should you care? All I'm saying is, do you want your child to be in a world where people don't give a shit about them, right? So you might want to care. Makes sense to me. 1 + 1 is 2, they say, right? Yeah. All right, so this time I really am going to go because I will not be falling asleep up on here. Sure isn't. But that'll be all right, though, because Wilfredo will just come up in here and shut the show down, right? Right. Tony, I'm crazy. Oh, you said who? Wait. I just saw you put who, or what part, what did I say that I confused you as usual? I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Just a little off. I'm just me. But I do know though, I be making sense. That's some real stuff. Okay, he said, what you talking about, Willis? I'm kidding. Tony says, who you said did you dirty? Okay, let me go back. Rewind. Did I say that? The what part? No, really. Trying to figure. Like, what part did I say that? Because either could have been. Was I talking about when I fell asleep on Haps? Did I say like? Because I might have used that word. I don't know. Did I say Haps did me dirty and let me sleep on Haps and for a few hours? That could have been it. Because I was dirty. Like, they could have turned the film up. They could have. Because they eventually did. So I guess maybe they made for good content. Who knows? To them, they probably look at this here. Because if you've seen the video, guys, it was crazy. 1 minute I was like this, and I thought I pressed like, okay, let me get off of here because I was already in and out. Like sometimes I'll be talking to myself a little bit. That's why I'll wake up because I'll be hearing a voice and it'll be me. And it'll have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I said, so it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm trying to play it off like I'm talking to somebody in the cut, like, yeah, I'm about to get off here. Shut this down. Nobody was there. I was just, I didn't know what I said, what I was saying. I wake myself up. So, yeah. Yeah, and I guess my head fell back and I saw a little bit of, I was there 1 minute, and then at my entertainment center, your head was out of the picture, and all you can see is just my body for probably hours. So, thank goodness I didn't do any embarrassing things like talk to myself that I know of. And what if I would have got up and not even, because I didn't remember, right? But thank goodness my computer was not close to me. I was fully dressed because I just fell asleep right then and there. But thank goodness I didn't like get up during, the night or whatever time it was to use the restroom and forgot that shit was on. And, my place, so, I might, take off my shirt in the living room and put on my jammies. So thank God I didn't do that. Now that I don't think I could have bounced back from. If that probably would have took me out. Like for real, for real. But all right, you guys. We must do this again soon. Yeah, you didn't see that one? Wait, what? No, oh no, you're talking about no, my partner, no, my peeps, my fam, from the Real Wise Productions. They saw me sleep. She saw me sleep. He didn't do me shady, but they found it to be her. Laughing at it before I even knew that I did it. Right? They're like, you got to see this shit, and then they role played it for me. Poppy J, shout out to Poppy. He did a whole he even got a shirt put on his head. And he was like, did everything I did. He said your head. You were sitting there playing with your hair, and all of a sudden his head went back, and then something else, and then yeah. So I mean, yeah, I get it. It was funny, but Wise did say that he had got a video. I don't know, but that's what I was saying jokingly, that he was blackmailing me. right, Wise, right. Yep. That's like when I went out to New York and I fell asleep because I had too much of whatever that drink was, and I went into the other room and after my mouth was open, just laying there, and fools took pictures. I was gone. But yeah, much love, my brothers, my besties. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't serious about it. But you don't remember that? You didn't see it? Oh, if you would have saw it, you definitely would have said something. You definitely would have been talking. Well, I mean, you've seen things. Well, let me stop because that whole rest in peace, Benita and Bernie thing. Like everybody took that, like blew that out of proportion. Okay, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to expose myself too much. But somebody set me up to be. I'm not going to say that. Pussy said something, and then I just put me on the defense, right? But my emotions really was because it made me feel sad that whole that they had this really beautiful relationship, and he didn't get to say goodbye or any of that. Mixed with a little bit of Chardonnay, and that my heart broke for him. And I didn't even know them like that, but it really broke for them because I couldn't even imagine, the regular day, you go about your way, and then you get that call, and then you can't even be a part of it. That really broke my heart. And yeah, so it wasn't anything personal. I was tripping that people really thought that. You were like, something got to be going on with her. No, it's called emotions and empathy and yeah, stuff like that. I'm softy, and I just hope that he's healing and he's gotten to a healing place where he can move on from it. Yeah, I thought I told you. I stop acting brand new. Told you I had a little, I was wine tasting. Everybody does it. But no, but it wasn't even like because of that. It was really because that's why I even did the room, right? And because I just wanted to do something special, like in the name, because I didn't know that they had that whole beautiful love thing. I'd heard about it, but so that was like when I really got to hear and know of who Bernie and Benita, and just not even that the passing, but the way he had to hear about it and deal with it. It's like couldn't even imagine. You know. So yeah. But that's another one of those embarrassing ones for me. So you already know. You already know. Yes, Chardonnay, Chardonnay. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think he's over there in what's that app again? Airtime, right? Yeah, because I know sometimes him and the other Tony sometimes still speak to one another. So that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, I'm going to get up out of here. Once again, Tony, thank you. I appreciate you for the support. I'm going to give a little call to action before I bounce up out of here. Please, on any setting, any platform, please subscribe. All it takes is I mean, really, sometimes I don't say anything, but I'll be thinking like, so you watched the video, but you can, I'll see 48, 100 and something, and it's like, no, like, come on, people. Come on. No, really. Like, subscribe, share. I'll keep you posted because there is some live events that Tony, I think you'll dig it too. It's going to be some live events that we're going to be hosting, and you might want to even be a part of it. It's a few of them. I have to talk to my peeps a little bit more, but I've been working on the tickets and then the actual hopping, the actual where you create the event. So I think it's going to be a good time. So keep your eyes and ears open. Like I said, if you can just like, share, subscribe, and also if you need any type of podcasting work done, don't look any further. It would make no sense for you to, and we're good at what we do. Proofs in the pudding, right? Walking testimonies. Oh, and there we go. Alrighty, guys. You guys have a good night, and I will definitely be seeing you all very soon. I was over there, but I keep it down, like deleting my app. And I was thinking, like, should I do it again? I don't know. I have a lot of apps. Yep, I got Restream too. You already know I got Restream. Restream is tight. And there's a couple of other ones. There's some new ones too. I'll run them by you. People go to sleep on Bullhorn all the time. And let me tell you something. There's TalkShoe and there's Bullhorn. Bullhorn, it's not just the phone part where you have a phone number where people can call and listen to your podcast, but they also have the dashboard where you can go live. And I've never seen a studio tricked out like this one before. Like each platform always has their own features that are pretty cool that puts them in their own little category. But I mean, it gets better and better, and hands down, Bullhorn's the business. So I would definitely, if I was anybody, I would definitely go over there and make sure, like, if you sign up your account, go into your browser and put in Bullhorn Studio or a Bullhorn dashboard, right? And it might have you sign in there too, but then it's going to open up a studio. And all I'm saying is you're going to have fun playing around in there. Because actually, I got to go do that now because I've done some shows. The last show I did in there was with Kira, Miss Kira, on bullying. But I promise you. And if I speak up an app, you should already know it's lit. So go check out Bullhorn and also TalkShoe, but definitely Bullhorn. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and you guys have a blessed night. And until next time, peace.